What makes a really beautiful timbre? What is squillo, resonance, overtones, harmonics? Let's talk about it today. You may have heard about these terms: overtones, resonance, ping, twang, squillo, harmonics. What is it and why is it so important? Let's just establish that your vocal cords just create a basic frequency. That is the frequency at which they vibrate, which then creates a tone. La, like this is a tone right here. It has a specific frequency. Now already when I add, of course, vibrato, I'm adding some other frequencies into there. So first of all, it does sound a little richer. And second of all, of course, it's easier for me to balance my tone and the placement. Here is the tone when it's straight, and here's the tone with vibrato. I'm adding some other frequencies. The most important thing is that you always have to remember your vocal cords are delicate and the volume that they produce can't be so loud, per se. So what you need is amplification, and what will amplify the sound is when you add other tones, other overtones, by making parts resonate that are in your body, like in your chest area, in the bone structures in your head, like your jaw, your nose, your cheekbones, your forehead. This all can vibrate along somehow, depending on the vowel you sing and depending on the pitch you sing. Every vowel has a slightly different overtones, and every pitch also has its own kind of resonance. So every pitch, if you've ever done this, there's sometimes something in the room that vibrates along. When there's a snare drum, for example, when you play a certain pitch on the piano, it'll vibrate so much more than on other pitches, just because you're hitting that frequency. It's a lot of theory, but it does make sense to you when you start really incorporating slight changes in the placement of your vowel or intonation to make more overtones to create that. So this is a flat right here. It's just like I'm basically just narrow. This is my vocal cords just vibrating. I'm closing up everything now on purpose. Let me open, stay on an but not open my lips, but on the inside here. Lift the soft palate, open the pharynx more. Already you can hear quite a big difference. It's just different placement, and it sounds different because each one of those placements has different overtones, different frequencies that are added to just what the vocal cords create. And what you want to do as a singer, if you want to be heard more and if you want to have a more brilliant tone that sounds like, wow, it has something silvery to it, and it really carries, and it really is above what the orchestra or the band does. You're really heard above everything else. Then you need to add bright frequencies. And the way to do that is to direct the sound waves in a way that this can happen. So when you're very closed and narrow, don't have the soft palate lifted, and pretty much like, sounds very narrow, and the sound waves can't really go all the way here. They're only like here. So by opening, they can open more. And really depending on how you shape everything, it's going to change the sound. Squillo is another term that is used in classical music to describe a very open, resonant, trumpet-like tone that's on the top. So for tenors, usually it's like this very resonant, top, bright chest voice that really cuts through. And I'm not a tenor, but it really has a lot more volume without you really trying to push the vocal cords harder. It's really just the resonance. Harmonics are pretty much those overtones that you add to just the bass frequency of the pitch. Now, overtone singing is based on the fact that as you're changing the shape of the vowel, there are different overtones, and when you really pay attention to it, you can actually hear just the melody of the overtones, of the prevalent overtone moving along. It is much softer than the main pitch that you're actually singing with your vocal cords, but there's always a different pitch. So I don't really know overtone singing because I haven't practiced it, but when you go like, pick up that secondary pitch, how it changes. It has something in there, and it works really well when you change the vowels. You can actually hear how the overtone changes. You can do that on different pitches, just going from an A to an U to an O. Pick something up, those are the harmonics, and they also change depending on what you open up. And I hope this helps you a little bit in the future to really pay attention to how the sound changes as you are changing different aspects. Even when you're singing high falsetto or even low tones, it is important to be open to let harmonics come through. Otherwise, the sound will die off right here and it won't go any further. Even when you're singing with mic, it's important. So instead of just singing softly, it's nicer to actually have a more open sound so there can be more overtones, ping, twang, whatever you want to call it. I could also sing with an open throat. It is still as soft, but there are more overtones. And the same works when I sing hi. No, it's really just going through my nose, and it's not really utilizing all of that space I have like in my facial structures here. Closed. Now let me open it up. You can even see it. See how that sounds very closed? Okay, pay attention to that in the future. If you liked the video and if this did help you with really understanding better resonance, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget my book, Master Your Voice, is out now on Amazon. The link is below, and you would love the book. It's also available as an audiobook version on my website. Link is also below. It's to motivate you, to inspire you, to really come up with strategies to make you the best singer you can possibly be. Thank you for watching today. I will see you next time, and always keep on singing. Bye.